In this chapter, we're going to talk about the style of style. Now, from the perspective of the browser, right here, it doesn't really matter what the CSS looks like. Like in theory, it might slightly affect the load times, but in practice, it almost never makes a difference. But at the level of the text editor, which is where we're dealing with as front-end developers, it matters a lot. This is the kind of subject that I hardly knew anything about before starting this tutorial, and we're really drawing on Lee's experience with designing bigger projects. So Lee, can you say some things about the importance of making good decisions early on?
Sure. This is another one of those topics where it truly doesn't matter what you do in that there's no right answer. What's really important is that early on you decide how you want to do things and then you stick to that. But there are some general principles to keep in mind that can make your CSS easier to read for people who aren't coming to your project, or even for yourself if you come back to a project that you haven't worked on in a while. You don't want to have to refamiliarize yourself with every single aspect of the project just to get an idea of what's going on. You'll be surprised. This will happen to you sometime where you'll go back to something that you wrote and you're like, I have no idea what I'm doing here. I know I wrote this. I should
Yeah.
know what it does, but I have no idea. So, best practices in this situation can prevent that from happening.
Great, so let's take a look at some examples.